Hello lovely, and welcome back to the Makeup Hunter. If you haven't met me before, hello, my name is Laura. In today's video I'm going to be doing the first of two hauls, which is sort of a pre-Black Friday and Black Friday collective haul that I've got. I've split it into two parts. In today's video we are going to be going through all of the new Made by Mitchell products that have come into my life. So yeah, if you would like to see what I purchased from Made by Mitchell and what took my fancy during the Black Friday sales, then please do keep watching. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and spent some more time with me again in the future. Before you go, if you want to click the notification bell, you'll be reminded every time I upload to this channel. And without further ado, let's get a nosy in this big old box full of Made by Mitchell. So the first things that I'm going to share with you are what I purchased during his 11/11 sale. This was like a pre-Black Friday sale, and he had some absolutely insane deals on during that. All of my Made by Mitchell stuff, bar like 3 items, were purchased from TikTok shop, which is where I think you get the absolute best deals. I did get a few things from Beauty Bay because they were sold out on TikTok shop. So let me start with the two sort of biggest items that I purchased. So these were both bought during the 11/11 sale, and I got both of the Blush books. So this is volume 1 and this is volume 2. I absolutely love both of these. I'd never tried his pressed blush formula before, only the liquid blushes, and this has got like a pretty good selection of all of the pressed blushes that have been released, plus some exclusive shades. So this is number 1. And I absolutely love the fact that you do get some slightly unusual tones in here, like the purples and this super bright pink. I am wearing this today. I have the shade Terracotta 2s on my cheeks over a liquid blush, and I just think this is so beautiful. I think these were originally £35, and I got them for £11.11. I'm sure that's how much I paid for them, so they were a real bargain. And then this is the latest one. This is the second volume, and again I just love this because of these unusual like marigold orangey tones, and then you've got this really deep purple here. I'm not sure I would get away with that on my cheeks, but I can certainly use it on my eyes. This shade here, Freckles, I absolutely love. It looks like, it reminds me of Hula Light, but I used it in a Get Ready With Me as a bronzer, and it had like a real warm, like peachy nude tone. It's really beautiful. I have been absolutely loving both of those. Then also from the 11/11 sale, I purchased 2 curve cases. These were what sort of started this whole like obsession with Made by Mitchell. I really wanted to try one of the curve cases. This is the shade Light. I picked it up again, I think it was £11.11, or it was £20. It was really heavily discounted anyway. And I loved this one so much that I decided to pick up the medium one as well whilst it was on such a discount. I am actually wearing this one today. I've got this shade on here as my cream bronzer. These just, they're so incredibly pigmented, but they are so blendable that even these bronze shades that are clearly too dark for my skin tone, I can absolutely make work. I mean, I've got this one here on today, the shade Caramel Chisel, and it doesn't look out of place. It's just a really beautiful, easy to work with formula. The way I like using the more pigmented ones, like these darker bronzers, is I'll apply them with my finger and then go in with a brush, and they're absolutely stunning. This formula is just impeccable. And then I also got from that sale he was doing a special bundle of lip liners for £11.11. So 5 of his nude lip liners. I'm wearing one of these today. I'm wearing the shade In the Cooler, which is like a beautiful like mustardy cool tone brown. And then I've also been using the shade Honeysuckle quite a lot. This is like a pinky, like rosy brown. It's really beautiful. I love the formula. They are a retractable pencil. They are super creamy. They are easy to manipulate because I like to scribble them on and then sort of smush my lips together to spread the colour a little bit. But once they set down, they don't move. These are the all lip no trip lip liners, if I hadn't already mentioned. So I've got Deep Delivery, In the Cooler, Rich Mitch, Glad You're Here, and Honeysuckle. The colours on the bottom look all very similar, but they are very, like, you can see the different nuances in the tones when they are swatched. They're really beautiful. And then I got quite a few blushes in different formulas during the 11.11 sale. I absolutely love his blush formula. I've got quite a lot of them now. I have Drip Drip, which is like a very sparkly shade, and I wanted some more of that formula in different tones to use on the eyes like I do with Drip Drip. And then I also wanted a couple of the matte blushes that I was missing, and I wanted one of the liquid highlighters. So two of the liquid highlighters. So the liquid highlighter that I've got is the shade Sprinkles. This one is, I think it's the Blush Glaze, and I think he may have discontinued these now, but this is like a pink toned liquid highlighter. It's absolutely stunning, and it's different to the Blush Lights, which is the formula that I use on the eyes. I do have one on my cheeks at the moment where there's no detectable glitter particles in this. It is just sort of like glow, whereas the one I have on my cheeks at the moment is Ice Ice Baby, and it is literally like pure sparkle. Then the one that I've actually got on my cheeks today, this is Ice Ice Baby, and it's like a translucent base with gold and silver sparkles in it. I will swatch these. They are absolutely stunning on the eyes, but because we're getting into like festive sparkly season, I wanted to see what they were like on the cheeks. They are definitely not for the faint of heart and not for an everyday look, but I do think that it's really fun. So that is the shade Ice Ice Baby. So pretty. And then also in that same formula, I have another few that I got to obviously use on my eyes. So I have the shades Watch Your Mouth, which is like a bright sort of copper gold. I have another one that's very copper, whereas this one definitely has more yellow tone to it. And I have used one of these on the eyes, and they are stunning. I mean, you can't really see until you start to blend it out just how much like sparkle is in them. They're really, really breathtaking. So that one was the shade Watch Your Mouth. Then I have Warm Soul. I think it was Watch Your Mouth that I actually used in my Get Ready With Me. And this is the one that is definitely more copper. And it has like pink and purple reflex in it as well. It's absolutely stunning. Then I also have the shade Love You Miss, which is more of like a tan kind of a colour. This one will go with a lot of different looks. So that is the shade Love You Miss. I mean, you can see where I've just wiped that off how much sparkle is actually in these. They're insane and they are so effective on the eyes. And then I got this one, which I just think is so pretty. This is the shade Clear as Day, and it's like a pink peach duochrome. It's absolutely stunning. If I was going for like a more fun sparkly look like I've got today, I think this one would be really fun on the face, but it's just so pretty. You can see the like duochrome in that, and these do dry down, and when I wore them on my eyes I didn't get any creasing or anything like that. It wore all day through traveling to the caravan. It was really, really lovely. I was been really impressed with these. Okay, and then I had to go on a hunt for one of my blushes that I was missing, and that is the Blush Glow in the shade Gold Rinse. I had mentioned in previous videos that I had two of these in the shade Pearl Twist and Picking Petals, and they were so beautiful. I was loving them so much that I wanted to pick up the other two shades in that range that he'd got. During the 11/11 shade 11/11 sale, I could only get Gold Rinse, and I have used this in a Get Ready With Me. This is beautiful, but it does have more of a yellow tone to it, which isn't really my sort of preference, although I have been using it and I do still really enjoy it. It just, as you can see, it has that more yellowy tone to it, whereas Pearl Twist and Picking Petals are more pink toned, and I think they suit my complexion a bit more. And then I also got, during the 11/11 sale, two of the matte liquid blushes that I hadn't got. I got the shade Making Mauves, which is stunning. He's discontinued these. He's discontinued a lot of his products. They've been like £3.33 during the Black Friday sales. Kind of kicking myself that I picked these up before. I mean, I got great deals on these anyway because they were £5 and I had a discount code as well, like a voucher. But still, £3.33 for a blush is brilliant. So that one is the shade Making Mauves, and I think it's perfect for this time of year. And then this is the one that I'm wearing today. This is the shade Burnt Buns, which is a bright red toned coral. I only used a couple of dots of this, and it's absolutely stunning. Would be perfect any time of year. I think with this kind of look that I've got going on today, it works perfectly, but it would also be really beautiful in the summer with like a bright bold lip as well. And then the last few things that I got during the 11/11 sale were his liquid lipsticks. So he released 3 shades of liquid lipstick. These are his, what he calls his Boom Lip, and these, as I say, are a matte liquid lipstick. Now, if you know me and you know anything about my preferences, I absolutely hate liquid lipsticks. I have decluttered every single one of the liquid lipsticks within my collection, but I decided to pick these ones up simply for the colours of them. I thought the colours were really, really beautiful. I started off by getting the shade Life in Plastic, which is this beautiful candy like Barbie pink, and then this one in the shade Soft Silk, which is a very pale toned nude. And I wore this, loved it so much that I went on and I got the last one of the 3 that he originally released. And the way I like to wear these is actually over the top of like a traditional cream lipstick, just in the center of the lip to add like that lightness, and this is absolutely perfect for that. And then these 2, this is the other one that I got, the shade You're Fired, which is a bright orange, and these are going to be perfect in the summer when you want a lip that's going to like last you all day. It's really going to stick around. You can do really cool ombre lips with these, but they're a nice comfortable formula. I haven't wore them completely on their own as a full matte lip, but yeah, I really enjoyed these, and I think these shades are just so beautiful. I will swatch these. I really like the applicator of these as well. Makes it really easy to be quite precise. But the pink is so stunning. I can't wait to wear that in the summer. And then this is the nude, which is my favourite. So we got Nude Silk, Life in Plastic, and You're Fired. Beautiful. So that was everything from the 11/11 sale. Now I will go through the things that I got from his winter collection. I made the huge mistake of watching his live when he launched the ski collection, which is his winter collection, and I got so caught up in the hype of like watching it live and, you know, all the deals that were going on that live, that I ended up doing like 3 orders from the ski collection. I got serious FOMO, felt like I should have just got the big main like ski collection where you got everything. There was a massive brush hut that he'd done for like £75 for like 43 brushes, I think, that came in this big like ski hut. And I was just checking out on that when my TikTok app crashed and the last one went. I was so caught up in the fact that it was selling out that I didn't even want the brushes, but I was like, oh my god, I've got to have them, it's such a good deal. But I bought enough stuff without the brushes anyway, so I'll go through what I got. So the very first thing that I got, which was actually like one of the second orders that I did, was he released a pre-launch bundle, which was some items from the collection that couldn't be purchased separately. So they were winter collection items, but you could only get them in this like pre-launch bundle, and it was £20 for 4 items, which is actually quite a good deal. So the first things that were in the bundle were 2 brushes, and they are the decent sized brushes. So you've got the SKF 17, which is like a face brush, which would be sort of like good for like under eye powder or with the blushes. So we got that. And then I also got another brush. This is the SKF 21, which is like an eyeshadow brush, and I think this will be brilliant for applying those like sparkly blushes on the lids. It's like a sort of a bullet style brush. So it'd be good for, like I say, just pinpointing the sparkles on the lid. And those are the first Made by Mitchell brushes that I've had. And then these were the items that I was most excited about. So this is the blush in the shade Blizzard. And as I say, this is exclusive to that bundle. And this is a similar formula to like Drip Drip, that sort of thing, where it's super sparkly. I'm going to do swatches of all these so you can like compare them. And this one has a ton of like blue, pink and purple sparkles in. And my swatch is absolutely not going to do it justice. It's absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to use that. And then I also got another Boom liquid lip. This was one that I was really excited for, to use the same as Nude Silk, sort of in the very centre. This is a super pale pink. You can see a really, really pale pink. But I think this is going to look cool with like a nude pink cream lip. And then this just dotted in the centre. This is like a proper baby Barbie pink. Really stunning. And you can see these two would go really nicely together. One of the YouTubers that I follow, Mortify, Beth here on YouTube, she put, this is the shade Extra Marshmallow by the way, and the blush is in the shade Blizzard. She put like a dark lip line on, this in the middle, and then she tapped Blizzard over the top for like a sparkly, like icy, like ice princess kind of look. It was really cool. So those were the pre-launch bundle. And then I got from the actual launch, I got all of the blushes, all of the Booms, the liquid lipsticks, and I also got the little blush palette, and he had a really great deal on. So with every blush or lipstick that you bought, you got either a free brush or a lip liner. So it was £4 for the blush or liquid lipstick, and then basically £4 for the brush or the free lip liner. It was £8 for 2 items, which I thought was a really, really great deal. So the free lip liner that I got was Selling Cookies. So this is the shade Selling Cookies. And again, it looks like the same as all the others. It's just a nice like nude brown. But pleased to add that to my collection. And what I'll do at the end is I'll swatch all of the lip liners next to each other so you can see the differences. And I bought the Boom liquid lipstick that goes with that, was the shade Gimme S'more. And this is again a super light nude, but it has more yellow in this than peach like Nude Silk does. This one is proper like pale concealer lips, but again I will wear it with like a darker cream lipstick. And then I also got another Boom. This one came with a brush, and this is the shade Chalet Girl. And this one I bought later. I got FOMO and thought, oh, I should have just bought them all at the same time. And this one looks like a beautiful warmer nude that I would be able to sort of wear all over the lip. Wouldn't like wash me out. So that is the shade Chalet Girl. And I keep leaning over and it's hurting my back. Then, like I say, I got a free brush with all of these. But I had several, the same brush repeated over several times, which I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't do, like that they'd put a different brush for each one, or even like repeat it just a couple of times. But I had like the same brush repeated over like 5 times, so I gave my mom 2 of the brushes. It was just the little, it's just a little angled brush. I have 3 here and I gave my mom 2. So these are the angled brushes. And like I say, he did bring out 2 brush collections, and I kind of wished that I had got the big brush set for like £75, because it worked out at such a good value. But you'll see, I did buy a brush set eventually, and that's the little liner brush that they sent 5 of. So I can make a lot of use out of these. I'm really into doing a wing at the moment with pencil or shadow, so these will come in handy. And these have like the blue handle, which is really nice. And then I got another 2 of those. And then the other 2 brushes that were sent as free gifts, they were the SKE7, by the way. And then I've got an SKE1, which is a really nice brush, a very detailed, fluffy blending brush, which I'm really pleased about. I could have done with a couple more of those. And then this one, which is an SKE11, and this is another like small but fluffy blending brush, but it's much shorter for more like condensed pigment. So I'm pleased with those brushes. I will make use of the other 2 angled brushes, but I definitely didn't need 5 of the same. So those were the, like, they weren't free, but to me they kind of were, because I'd have paid £8 for the like blushes. So we'll go through the blushes now. So the only like matte blush that he brought out was the shade where is it? Oh, it's this one, Pink Frosting, which is kind of like, if you're familiar with the Made by Mitchell shades, it's like a mixture between Cold Heart and Strawberry Cream. It's got the paleness of Strawberry Cream, but the blue toned base of Cold Heart. And this is it's almost like a lavender. That is going to look beautiful for that like bright baby pink cheek. So love that. And then all the others were like blush glaze or blush lights, so either to use like on the cheeks or the eyes. This is the shade Fairy Kitten, which everybody was going absolutely wild for. This is very pink toned, and I'll swatch it next to Blizzard so you can see the difference. The reflect of them is completely different. This one is just pure pink. Look at that, how pretty. But the same sort of level of sparkle. Then we have Frosty Feels, which is more like green turquoise reflect. And this one is more like Sprinkles that I swatched earlier on in the video. It's more of, those other 2 are like a blush light. This is more of a blush glaze, whereas this would look actually really beautiful on the cheeks and probably wouldn't work so well on the eyes, because these have more of an like a dewy finish to them. But this has like a strong green reflect to it, and I'm not sure whether you can see what I mean about the difference in the formula, where these are just pure sparkle and this one is just like more opaque shimmer. Then we have the shade Swiss Kiss. And this one definitely is more chunky, and has, oh, like green and pink in that one, I think. Oh yeah, that is beautiful. That's more like the original two, like Fairy Kitten and Blizzard, but a similar tone to Frosty Feels. So it has like a turquoise, blue, green, but you can see it's the same sort of formula as these two. Oh, these are just so beautiful. And then this one was sort of like an outlier. I bought this and Chalet Girl at the same time on their own because I got major FOMO. I originally wasn't going to get this one at all because it's blue, and I thought it's just not one I'm going to really wear. But then when I saw it swatched on Becky Morgan's live, and it was sort of like in the running with all these others, I thought, oh my god, I can't not get that one. And I just thought this one will be so beautiful on the eyes. It really has got, it's got a ton of blue, green and purple in it. I'm not sure if you can see the difference in the base pigment to the one before. It's really hard to show, but these are just so pretty. I'm so glad that I've got all of these. I can't wait to do some like fun sparkly Christmassy looks with these. And then I got the little blush book. This is the Ski Le Blush palette, and it's just a tiny little 4-pan blush book, but look at these colours. This one has sparkling, the other three are mattes, but I think this one is so pretty. This is like Making Mauves but in a pressed form. I mean, this is the real showstopper, but I know that a lot of people have been going mad for this one here, Seeing Pink, but I just think it's really beautiful, and I love the artwork on the front. I know that they did, he was talking about it on his live. One of the girls that works for him did this as a doodle, and he fell in love with the design, and they built a collection around it. And he said it had got to, like, it had to be like the star of the show on some of the packaging. So that is everything that I got from the Christmas, like winter release. The rest is my Black Friday haul. So all of these last things were from the Black Friday sale, and then after Black Friday, it was like a couple of days later, Becky Morgan did a live, and she was doing they'd done like a special Becky Morgan 6-piece mystery bag and her lip kit, so like her own lip combo, and I picked up both of those. It was I think it came to 25 quid for the 2 bundles, so I'll show you those as well. But firstly, for Black Friday, I knew that I wanted to pick up 2 of the colour cases. As I've mentioned, I've been really loving doing like a winged liner, and I had seen that these colour cases were being discontinued, but they are brilliant to use for like liner. They go like really well in the waterline, on the lash line. They're like a cosmetic paint in solid form that you can use literally all over the face. You could do a full face of makeup with them, but I specifically wanted these to use as liners and for my eyebrows. So I got the Essentials, which is like the nudes, and these are being discontinued, so they were heavily discounted. I think when these originally came out they were £35, and he had them down to like £8. Unfortunately they sold out before I realised that he'd like brought them back. They sold out, and then I was like, oh god, I really don't want them to go completely, so I got them off Beauty Bay, and then he did a restock of them, so I was absolutely gutted, but I still got them for a decent price. I paid like 20 quid each for them. But this is the Essentials colour case. I haven't even opened them, and these are just, like I say, they're like a cosmetic paint that you can like mix with a solution. You can put moisturizer in them and just use them for whatever you want. And I really want to do like wing liner, waterline on my brows, like to carve out my brows. That's the idea that I have for these, and these will like last me forever. And they come with a free brush that's got like a spatula on the end, because the way that you're supposed to use these is you scoop out the product, warm it up on the back of your hand to activate the product, and then go in, and they've got like a little brush on the other end. So that is the Essentials. And then this one, they've got, he does two other ones, the Energetics and another one which is like pastels, that are so beautiful, but I just wouldn't really use them. I'm not really one for super colourful makeup. These would be the ones that I'd get the most use out of. So I picked up this one as well, which is the Energetics, and this one is really unusual. It's like grayscale, but mixing these with the browns in the Energetics will get me my perfect hair colour for my brows and things like that. And I can think of so many different like looks that I want to do with these, so I'm really excited about these. I'm so glad to have those. And again, another brush to go with it. Bought back like just in time for me to get it was the Bronze Blush book. Yeah, Blush Bronze book. So this is the 12 pan pressed blush bronze, and I had been wanting this for a long time, like since I got the pressed blush books. With how much I enjoyed those, I really wanted to get the bronzer one, but it was out of stock on Beauty Bay, on TikTok Shop, and I didn't think he was going to bring it back, but he brought it back, and it was very heavily discounted. I think it was £12, something like that, with my TikTok Shop vouchers. And this is what that looks like. I mean, you can use this as like an eyeshadow palette, bronzers. I could even probably get away with this as like a blush. I just think this is really beautiful. And the ones that obviously are too deep for me, like this Deep Indulgence, I probably wouldn't be able to use that on my face, but I could definitely use that on my eyes. And it was such a bargain, so I'm so happy to finally have the bronze book. And then I mentioned previously about my little mishap with the brush collection from the ski collection. So I did manage to pick up a brush set at an absolute bargain. This was off TikTok Shop. This was very heavily discounted. This is the 16 piece. It should have been £25 or £35, and I think I got it for something like 18 or £15, something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's so many different brushes in here. And what I like about the brush kits from Made by Mitchell is he has some really nice small like eyeshadow brushes, like detail brushes. So I wanted this as like a backup brush set. I have all my main makeup brushes, and then I've got brushes at the caravan, but I wanted something that was like a spare that I could just keep all together for if, say, my brushes are too dirty and I'm too lazy to wash them. But like I say, some of the shapes on the eye brushes are really, really cool. Shapes and sizes that you often don't see in brush sets, so really glad to have that. And like I say, it was an absolute bargain. And what I'm going to do is just put the winter brushes in this pouch and just keep it separate. And then I also got some of his new products. He's got quite a lot of new products coming out, but they haven't hit TikTok shop yet. But he did launch these ones. So these are the Blush Balms. These are stick cream blushes, and they are the same formula as what are in his curve cases. And I just wanted to have these as like in a handier format than having the whole case, in the shades that I use and love the most. So I got the shade Strawberry Cream, the very famous Strawberry Cream. I also got the very famous Cold Heart. I think he launched 6 in total. I just got 3 out of the 6. Cold Heart, which looks more pigmented in this format. And I also got Can't Cope with Coral, which is a shade that I know is really super popular, but I don't actually have this in the like liquid blush form, and that is Can't Cope with Coral. So they were heavily discounted as well. All of this stuff was very heavily discounted. I didn't pay full price for anything. And then I also got, when I picked up the colour cases from Beauty Bay, I did get Prosecco Pop finally. It wasn't as cheap as on TikTok shop, unfortunately, but I really did want the last shade out of the Blush Glow. And this one is similar to Gold Rinse, actually, but slightly peachier, I would say. Has like some pink reflex to it, but I just really love this formula, so I'm really glad to have that finally. And then the last things that I got of TikTok shop, which weren't mystery bundles, these were in his Black Friday sale. He restocked all of his glitter glosses, and I've heard nothing but good things about these and really wanted to try them. He's got some beautiful shades in his glosses, but I went for the ones that were a bit unusual. So I got the shade Peri Twinkle, which is a beautiful blue sparkly lip gloss. I'll just swatch these. I think this one is going to look so cool with a dark nude lip line. Obviously it won't be as concentrated as that. And then we've got No More Tears, which is a green sparkly lip gloss. I mean, how beautiful is that? That with like frosty feels, that like greeny blush glaze, that is stunning. That has like a ton of green and blue sparkles in a very clear base. And then finally I had IRL, which is, I've seen quite a few people use this. This is like a purple with a load of like lilac and blue sparkles to it. Yeah, that is stunning. So I'm really excited about them. I just think they're going to be really fun. And then the last items that I've got in this huge box of Made by Mitchell, this is going to be a really long video, I'm so sorry. I got the Becky Morgan bundles. So I got the lip kit, which was a 2-piece bundle, and in that was 1111 lip liner, all lip no trip lip liner, and the Beam gloss in the shade Stargirl. And these glosses, the packaging on these glosses that were in these bundles are really pretty. They've got like a brown handle, like body. So that's the 1111 lip liner, and then the lip gloss that came with it was the shade Stargirl, which is kind of like Chalet Girl but in a gloss form. I'll just swatch. Oh, it's so pretty. So that was the Becky Morgan bundle. And then in the Becky Morgan mystery bag, it was 6 pieces for £15, and I'm so chuffed with mine. I really wasn't expecting much because I've got so much of Made by Mitchell already. I was honestly expecting just a load of repeats, but I thought I could gift them on or resell them, or, you know, something like that. But I'm really pleased with what I've got. So I got a Made by Mitchell blending sponge. You can never have enough blending sponges, and I love the fact that this is in a pouch, so this would be nice for like traveling. I got another brush. So this is the Cut Creaser brush. This is the ME5. And that's just going to go in my little brush kit. And it's a nice flat eyeshadow brush. Again, would be really nice for the blush lights. Then the item that I'm so excited about, there was a swirl kit in there which goes with the colour cases, but this was sold out everywhere. I couldn't find this anywhere. So the fact that I got it in my mystery bundle, I'm really happy about. So it's just a liquid that you mix with the paints to create a liquid. And it also comes with the ME12, which is a liner brush. So I'm really pleased with those being in my like mystery bag. And then the last 2 items, I have one repeat, which I'm not mad at all. I have a drip in my mystery bag, and I didn't think drip was included in any of the mystery bundles because of how popular it is and how quickly it sells out. But I have another drip, so I am not going to sell this on. I am actually going to take this to the caravan and leave it at the caravan. So I've got one here and one there. And then the final item in my mystery bundle was another Beam gloss. This one is in the shade Nude Mood, and this one is a much warmer nude peach gloss, which is going to look beaut. There we go. That's so pretty. So I'm really chuffed with those. That was the first mystery bundle that I've ever done. Oh, and there was another item in there, another lip liner. This one in the shade Wabi Sabi. That was the 6th item in the bundle. And this is another nude, orangey nude lip pencil. So what I'll do now is I'll just tidy up because I'm like surrounded by green Made by Mitchell parcels, and I'll swatch all the liners so we can see the differences in the liners. Okay, and here are all of the liners swatched. There are definitely some similarities, but there are subtle differences in all of them. So this is 1111. This is 1111. This is Wabi Sabi, and this is Selling Cookies. So this one was in the Becky Morgan lip combo. This was in the mystery bag, and this came free with one of the booms from the winter collection. And then this is the 5-piece nude liner collection. Glad You're Here, honeysuckle in the cooler, deep delivery, and rich Mitch. In the cooler is the one that I have on today, and that one looks very, very similar to Selling Cookies, the one above it, as does honeysuckle. Looks very similar to Wabi Sabi. Maybe Wabi Sabi has a bit more pink, rosy pink in it. So yeah, that's all the lip liners. These, I love the formula, so I know I will wear all of these. So even though the shades are similar, I don't have an issue with that. But that is all of my Made by Mitchell hauls. There was an awful lot there, but obviously it was over several hauls and a couple of months. So I really hope you enjoyed that. Are you a Made by Mitchell fan, the same as me? I, at the moment, don't think he can do any wrong with his products. I use one of his products pretty much every time I do my makeup now. And when I was away for my 2 weeks at the caravan, even though I only did my makeup a couple of times, I really missed having a blush or one of the blush books in my look. So I think that's how you know that you really love a brand. So thank you so much for watching and for spending a ridiculous amount of time with me to go through all that. I massively appreciate you choosing to spend some of your precious time with me, and I hope to see you again in the future. Thanks for watching, lovely. Bye now.